Hey there, welcome back to 10-Minute Treats. Well, wouldn't you like to know how to make tin can bread like this? Under 10 minutes, no kneading, and your baking time. Well, I'd be asking myself all sorts of questions like, does it work? Can you really make that in under 10 minutes? 10 minutes to mix, 20 minutes or so in the oven. Here's your ingredients. You need a can of white flour, a can of wholemeal flour, a can of milk or milk substitute of your choice, salt, honey, bicarbonate of soda, and a few oats if you happen to have them, and a bit of olive oil, egg or milk wash to put on the top. Equipment you need is minimal. You need a bowl and a baking tray, and a teaspoon if you have one, but a good guess would suffice. A mixing spoon really helps if you don't want messy fingers. A spatula can help but not necessary when it comes to lifting the soft dough from the unit to the tray. And you need your tin can for measuring out with. So let's bake. Measure out a can of white flour, a can of wholemeal flour into your big bowl. Add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of honey, and 2 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda. Mix that all up. Then add your milk, and you'll see straight away it starts to fizz and bubble. That's the effect already happening from the bicarbonate of soda, which is your raising agent in this case. The trick with this bread is to keep it really moist and quite a soggy, soft dough compared to your standard bread. Right, well, we're keeping this recipe simple. That's the whole idea of it. It's a quick throw together, no proper weighing and measuring. But if you have some oats, they're nice to add an handful at this stage if you want. They add a bit of nutrition and a little bit more texture. But the truth is you could add anything you happen to have in. You could add nuts and herbs and anything you wanted really. But keeping it basic, if you know, we're just going to add oats in this case. Then you've got to flour your board. Now, whoops, I certainly went too far with that. I'd seen a picture and it said go mad with the flour, but there's mad and then bordering on the ridiculous, and I think I did that this time. Plenty of flour, yes, not half a bag, but hey ho. So then you want to get your dough out of the bowl onto your surface. You want to turn it over a little bit and just get the feel of the dough. And then when you're happy that it's nice and silken and smooth and not got big cracks around the edges or anything like that that'll affect it, it's time for you to press it into the shape you want. All of these things take longer to say than to do really. Then it's time to get this nice soft dough onto the baking sheet. Admittedly, for this size loaf, not always easy, but I did find I needed a spatula to just get it on more evenly. But the truth is it's very forgiving. It'll just let you reshape it in an instant, so there's not really any reason to worry. And in the video you'll see I just quickly shape it back up. It takes seconds, so no great drama there, luckily. And then when you've got it onto your dough and onto your tray and you're quite happy with how it looks, it's time to apply, if you've got any milk, just brush a bit of milk on. If you happen to have some eggs going spare or an egg wash from something else, a bit of that. Or I really like the olive oil. I think it gives a little hint of a flavour and it just suits the bread and it gives a lovely golden colour. And then you need to get a handful of oats and just sprinkle them on and give it that lovely sort of country rustic loaf look. Once you've done this and you're happy with how it looks, it's time to get a sharp long knife and you're looking to cut it into 4, but only go about between half and 3/4 of the way through the bread. Because then what'll happen is it'll open up as it cooks. and that makes it easier to separate and gives it a beautiful appearance. As you can see, I decided to serve my lovely hot bread fresh from the oven with a beautiful broth. I made a chicken, barley and root vegetable broth from leftover chicken from yesterday. I did it in the Instant Pot and it was ready before the bread came out the oven. So if you think you like the look of this and you want to make it, give it a go. All in all, 30 minutes start to finish. On a final note, just to mention that this whole dish is dairy free for anybody who either wants or needs to eliminate dairy. Right, well, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your comments, good or bad. Of course, it'd be great if you decided to subscribe, and thank you very much if you do. And I'll pop a link up here to my first in this 10-minute treat series, and hopefully you'll enjoy that one too. Thanks for watching.